I'm so full, I can't even talk. Can't even think. We just had a delicious meal and my jeans don't close.
We're out for our first date night since having our third child.
Yeah, it was lovely.
And what's it? It's been our third proper.
Well, we're out on date night because we're celebrating our wedding anniversary. That's
Whoop, whoop.
the real reason. We've been married for 8 years, together for 13. We did the math at the restaurant
Right.
because we couldn't remember.
Right around there. And been over 5 months. I mean, we were in the hospital
Julian
nonstop
is
for
our
like
last baby. He
3
was
months.
in the NICU for 3 months, and so all of our free time was essentially spent, going back and forth to the hospital. So there was no time. Date nights was not the priority, which is understandable. But now it is again. So anyway, we were reflecting on our relationship, our marriage, the last 8 years. Coincidentally, we got married, and then the next year we moved to Knoxville. So we've been in Knoxville for 7 years, married for 8. So pretty much our whole marriage, we've been in a different state than when we were born in. So it was interesting because we just launched this channel officially, more or less. I mean, we've had it open for quite a while. We've had this idea of, posting family vlog style content for a while, but it's just, it's just hard to find the time. But we decided we were gonna give it a go. And so as I was cleaning up the YouTube channel, I found a vlog that we did 7 years ago before we moved here to Knoxville, and it was the trip that we made to Knoxville to decide if we wanted to live here or not. And anyway, the video is titled "The Trip That Changed Our Lives," because it truly did. And we visited here. It was a weekend on a whim, and we just drove around different parts of town, looked at neighborhoods, looked at houses. The takeaway from that trip was, wow, there is so much more to life than just, what we were used to, which was Miami. And really the only thing anchoring us to Miami was our family. And that is a huge anchor, and one that we do not take lightly. It was the hardest decision to leave. And I remember we would talk about it every day, and we were going back and forth. We're not leaving. Yes, we are leaving. We're not leaving. Yes, we are. We're not. And we couldn't make a decision because it was so difficult, and we just couldn't imagine our lives without our family nearby. But ultimately we kind of came to the conclusion that we were going to make this decision for our next family, for our future family, our future kids. The life that we live today, the life that you're seeing on these vlogs, is a life that we could have unlikely, I don't want to say never, but unlikely had we stayed where we were. Just cost of living, I probably would have still been working in a job. Housing there is just crazy.
No, I mean, it wouldn't have happened.
I mean, I was able to quit my job because we have rental properties that cash flow, and Adam provides for us with his job and stuff. So would have been very unlikely that I would have been able to stay home with my kids had we stayed in South Florida. And that is a life-changing thing, and we are so grateful, and we're very blessed. But also, it's not just luck. Like, we worked really hard to get here, and we made a lot of sacrifices. And things, sometimes you're like, you look at someone and you're like, wow, they're so lucky. And yeah, there is luck, and they are blessed, and I'm sure those people might be grateful just like we're grateful. But it didn't just happen one day. They didn't just wake up and something just fell in their lap, A lot of kids our age were like out partying, and we were like staying home, saving money. He was studying for the CPA, and we were like hustling and saving money to buy our first house. How old were we when we bought our first house? 23. And that house is the reason why we are able to live how we live today. That one decision and that one moment in time. Had we not bought that house when we did, the market got so much more expensive after that. Our mortgage is so low, and we're able to cash flow by renting it and use that money, for other things, for our current property and whatnot. So it has just been so life-changing that we moved here when we did. And we love Tennessee. Like, we love the seasons, and we love the change of pace, and it's just like a slower lifestyle, and you know, very nature focused, and we love raising our kids here. I would love nothing more than to have my kids being raised with their cousins, and like obviously they miss their family like a ton. That is the biggest negative, and it is a big one, I will say.
Not they, we. I think you said
all
they.
of us, yeah. Is it snowing?
I thought it was snowing. That's really weird.
Oh my goodness, snowing.
It's not even freezing.
I know, how odd. There's just flurries, but it is a big deal to like uproot your family, and one that we don't take lightly. And we have like a lot of people that, at least me, I don't know about you, that have come to me, old friends that I've had since I was like in grade school and stuff, and we've kind of like bumped into each other on social media. I'd say, like, you know, we've found our accounts and stuff, and they're just like, wow, like I've always wanted to do what you do, like how did you do it, or like I'm so scared to leave, and it's hard. Like,
I mean, I admit it was
a hard decision.
I admit it was easier. I like to think, and I'm sure it was easier us moving before having our first child.
Definitely. For sure. I mean, had we had kids in Florida, I don't know if we would have had the guts to make that decision. It was already so hard for us without kids. I can't even imagine having kids involved and having them attached to their family and stuff, ripping them away. Like, I don't think I would have had the heart to do it. Well, I don't know, maybe I would have, but I think in the end it is what is best for them and for our future generations. I think it's just, for us, it just makes more sense. But in general, had we not made the decision when we did, and we would have just been living there and we would have had our family there, I don't know if we would have ended up here in the end. Like, I really don't think so. But I'm glad that it kind of happened how it did, and we were able to like settle in and have kids, and you know, make our house a home. And then inevitably we decided we wanted farm animals, and then we decided, well, we can't have farm animals in our house because there's an HOA, and then that kind of led down to the rabbit hole of us looking for a house that had no restrictions, which is where the house we live in now. So wanting chickens is literally what made us leave our house, which I know sounds so silly.
Sounds pretty wild.
We were determined that like we wanted chickens, we wanted a change of lifestyle, and we just wanted to move. So we did, and we kept our old house, and we've been renting it ever since. And we love our new house. It just, again, it's just one of those things that if you would have told me 10 years ago that I would be living where I live now and have the life I have, I would have said, get out of here, you're lying. Like, stop it. I wouldn't even want to quit my job at the time. Like, I was a working, independent woman with my bachelor's degree in HR. Like, I liked my job, and I would have never thought that this is what I would have wanted to do, genuinely. But I love it. And we homeschool, and we have like a little mini homestead with a few animals, and the kids love their friends, and they go to a co-op, and on days that we're not like at the park with friends or at the co-op, or at we have like a kids CrossFit class, we're homeschooling at home, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just such a cool environment that like I could have never envisioned for us.
I mean, we probably wouldn't have even like had a third child. I mean, I don't know if we would have had a second. Like thinking back, like if we were in Miami and then we had Luca or whatever, like would we have had what? Like timing, you know, where like every we would have been everything changes. Like one little action causes a chain reaction. Can cause a chain reaction in life, but like at least for, and I know I think I speak for the both of us, like the level of peace that I have generally living here over what I saw to be what would happen had we not left is a different world.
Yeah, you know, we used to visit Miami often after we left, and I remember my cousin telling me one time, he's like, I feel like I see you now more than when you lived here. Because, you know, like whenever we go, we try to see everybody, and we do like family gatherings and stuff. We used to try to go often, as many times as we could, we were there.
We bypassed, if you will, going on maybe vacations that we would have wanted to.
Yeah, but it was fine because I think our family needed that time with us, and also we needed that time with them. It was important to me that we left, and like we didn't want to feel so disconnected, at least at the beginning. And then, I mean, ever. I don't want to feel that ever. But then we had kids, and you know, with our first kid, we were still going, and then we had the second kid, and then now the third kid, and it's just like it seems so hard to get over there. But now that we're done having kids, we're not hitting that reset button ever again, which I am excited about, and start doing what we've always wanted to do, which is travel and explore and just like provide like the most fulfilling life for them and for ourselves, and experience a lot of things together. So we're hoping within this, we don't know if this year, because since he was in the NICU, he gets sick very easily, and it's just like been one headache after another with him. I don't want to say headache, it's just been a challenge.
A different struggle.
A struggle, yeah. We just need to be mindful of that, and you know, we don't want to put him in an environment where he's going to get sick, and then we're going to end up in the emergency room, and then what's the point? You know, we're in a different state, and it's like we're in the hospital anyway. So we don't know if maybe this year, but definitely our goal going forward is to kind of like bring that back and visit more often, and just kind of like create as many memories for our kids and their cousins as possible. And we want them to like know their family and really truly love their family, and so you don't get that closeness unless you build like memories together. So that's a priority for us. So if you're thinking about moving, like I said, I have gotten multiple people within the last like few years that we've been here that have reached out to me, and they're like, we just can't make the plunge.
Well,
it's so hard, but like, you know, you just kind of like figure out how to make it work, but it's not easy.
The real cool thing about this is, I know it's easier said than done, but so nothing in life is permanent, and I don't want to leave like when the lights go out for me. I don't want to be like, damn, I wish I would tried doing that.
To this channel, which you are, because we have no followers currently, so if you're seeing this, you're probably new. This is my husband Adam, and he cries for everything. God, I love him so much. Anyway, okay, so we don't want to make this video like 1,000 hours long, but we just wanted to like introduce ourselves, kind of give you a little bit of our story, our background. You know, like, yeah, we're Hispanic, we're not from Tennessee, but we're like trying to, you know, build a life here for our kids, and build generational wealth, and build memories for our kids, and teach them how to do unconventional things. And our journey has not been perfect, and we've learned a ton along the way. And we're happy to share if anyone has questions, and if you're here just for entertainment, then that's cool too. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Bye.